Welcome. This is live. This is the one and only kick-off of the CHAN 2024 here on TV 47. My name is Tony Kolanda. This is how we shall be doing it for the next 30 plus days. We are getting into a bumper, festive, encouraging, sweet, ululation, vuvulations. CHAN 2024 is here, co-hosted by Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. I'm not alone on this CHAN 2024 segment of in the next about 20 or so minutes. Niko na my very good friend, a colleague of course, works for TV 47 and Radio 47, Fred Arocho himself. Karibu sana Fred Arocho, Twiga mwenyewe.
One and only.
It's good to see you. Karibu sana.
Yes, I'm just from the local organizing committee.
Aha.
We were hosting the CS of sports, and it was a very good moment.
Yeah, I know you are.
Time is up. 48 hours, we are on.
You'll tell us, of course, what more. I know you guys were looking at the final touches on the Nyayo National Stadium, also Kasarani, and including all those other training fields. I'm also not alone here. I have the one and only queen of the mic, Katela Maisi mwenyewe kabisa. It's good to see you. And I support DR Congo.
Please,
Declared this.
Please,
you want me to receipts?
I am a Kenyan and Muzalendo. Please. Kuna freedom of prediction. Sawa sawa. But I am a Kenyan. I
Freedom
support
of prediction
Harambee,
on the page.
Harambee Stars. Don't make me go there. And yet you are wearing a Moroccan jersey.
Don't be personal. Katela Maisi. Of course, not the three-time. Najaribu kumbuka hii. He's a champion, has tested both local and international football, and of course how things are done. A local champion, domestic champion, international champion, Innocent Mutiso. Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
I've been with Mutiso from the time I actually found him in sports, and here we are, of course, and I'm glad, of course, you're on this particular show.
It's always been a
making
pleasure.
CHAN 2024.
It's always been a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here.
Someone, of course, who understands matters to do with football, and of course, in and out, together with Arocho as well as Katela. Wacha tuingia haraka. I know you'll share into this. Our producer, Duncan Mutua, was mentioning something about why it's called CHAN, and wacha tuone exactly Africa Nations Championship. What does it mean? Arocho, umetoka huko, wewe uko kwa LOC. Simuchange tu jina ikuwe tu Africa Nations Championship. CHAN ni vitu gani?
No, this is not the first time it's being played, so it has been held for some time. And for me, it is a climax of what has been prepared for the last 3 or so years.
Yes.
For the three countries, that is Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania.
Yes.
And once again, I'm saying, this is a precursor of AFCON. And CAF has I've been saying it not once, not twice, that they want to see what East Africa can showcase. You know, such a tournament has never been held around this region.
Yes.
When you look at Africa, East Africa is regarded as a desert of soccer. There is no soccer. According to statistics, according to teams that have performed well within this region.
Yes.
So this is a moment for East Africa to showcase itself, and I believe that we're going to live up to that expectation.
And of course, Mutiso and Katela, I've seen the graphics as in venye tu mimi nilisoma tu kwa ile shule yangu ya Maiakalo pale Lurambi Kakamega, ingekuwa tu anch, lakini sasa wamesema hivyo. Watu wa nyumbani wanasumbukana kusema hivi vitu majina. Should we change? Because CAF is watching, FIFA is watching.
I don't think it should. CHAN sounds more better
for me,
than Anch. And remember, CHAN ni ya Kifaransa.
Yes.
Since you're in Morocco, I think you can read that word visually.
Of course, yeah.
So I think CHAN sounds more better than Anch. You know, CHAN is a French acronym, right? Than Anch. Manze Anch. No. Nancha ingiane. In as much as tunapenda kizungu,
tunapenda Anch basi.
Anch haidai.
Tuseme Anch tu basi hiyo kitu.
Championnat de what? They are free.
Champion de free.
Yeah, of course. And of course, Mutiso, you can weigh into that yourself with the history of the game. Ibaki tu hivyo. Jina ibaki tu.
Jina is not really that important, and as long as it's catchy, that's all we need. It's the competition that matters.
And of course, looking at the history of this particular competition held after every 2 years, I mean, giving homegrown talent and all that. Arocho, do you think this competition since its inception has really assisted teams, like for example, the likes of Kina Morocco, the likes of Kina DR Congo have won it several times, to really now be better in terms of feeding into the main national team?
Yes, it has helped the growth of African football with the indigenous players. But in the last edition, it lost its glamour. It lost its glamour, and in fact, the North Africans almost stayed away from the tournament. Okay. And that's why you saw what CAF did.
Yes.
They brought more money into this tournament.
Yes.
And that's the reason why you're seeing the North African presence in Morocco in this tournament. In the last edition, there were issues about the reason why this tournament is being played, but now it has a lot of financial value. Look at the amount that is being splashed in this tournament, and I believe that it gives the local players an opportunity to express themselves in the pitch. And it has, for me, it has lived up to the expectation in this sense.
Yes.
There's a lot of beautiful football in DR Congo. There's a lot of beautiful football in Senegal, the indigenous, the league. The strength of the league is gauged by this tournament. And that's why you see most of the teams that have won this tournament have strong leagues. Once again, the DR Congos of this world, the league there is so strong. The Moroccan league is a very strong league. So basically, it is an opportunity for the players playing in the local leagues to showcase their talent. And I believe that East Africa, I'm not going to mention the team, but one East African team is going to make it to the quarterfinals.
Interesting, of course. Katela, I know Harambee Stars are guaranteed about 28 million Kenya shillings by just being in this particular tournament. I know last time when you're doing our 90 Plus show on Monday, ulikuwa naongea na president. Sai ameamuka. Hiyo show ilikuwa ya usiku.
Well, I believe ilikuwa ya usiku. He's listening to us right now. You know, I believe we saw what President of Tanzania did, and I believe since we're supporting our team, these boys need motivation.
Yes.
And if the president at least says, I'm giving out this certain amount, I think it will motivate the boys. Having their first match playing at home and them knowing that if we win this or if we get into quarterfinals or semifinals, we have something that the president has promised. And to add on it, the reward that Chan is providing. So I think ingekuwa fiti sana if the president does something hapo kidogo to motivate our boys.
And of course, let me ask Innocent, from a player's mind, from Mishira's mind, from Austin Odhiambo's mind, does that incentive give you a push? Sasa ile pengine mtu amekuja amesema, mazee mkishinda hivi 50 million every game. What does it do to a player? What is it doing to Austin right now? What is it doing to Kina Abud?
Definitely is an added motivation when it comes to money. It depends on the arrangement that the players have with the federation, because I don't think it's captured in the constitution the amount of money that the players should get in case they qualify past the group stages of any international tournament. But then again, I'm glad that this tournament came to Kenya. If it's not for this tournament coming to Kenya, then we will not have the kind of standards that have been set by CAF and also FIFA in terms of the playing field, the pitches. We will not have got it right. Remember, it has been a cat and mouse chase hosting this tournament since our first bid in 2012, when former President Sam Nyamweya was in power, and again with the former regime, with the former President Nick Mwendwa, when also he tried it, and we were denied the rights in 2018 because we were not prepared. It's taken 13 good years of preparation so that we get here where we are right now. So all the players are excited, they are motivated, and if going in front of the camera and on the pitch, the national anthem is being played for you, I've been there and I know that feeling. That feeling is just amazing. It gets you pumped up for that game, and I know what's going on through the players' minds right now, players' hearts right now, that they want to do this for their country, for their families, for their national team. So all the players, they are pumped up. Also, as former players, we wish we were there, even though we are not there right now, but we are there in mind and spirit, and we are also supporting those boys to go there and do something, because we can see the way the squad every day is being depreciating. Every day, as some players are making moves outside the country, so their eligibility is not tandem with the ones who are in Kenya. So we've lost the likes of Bajaber, we've lost the likes of Moses Shuma, who would have been a starter in this game. The likes of Osoro, Mogisi, so many players have left the camp, and I don't know what their motivation is.
But it's a blessing in disguise.
No, I know. I don't know who is advising them, because this CHAN tournament here in Kenya would have given them a better platform to showcase their talent, so that they have even more and better opportunities to get better teams out there and even better money out there. So I think it was rushed by those players, and their advisors should be more keen whenever a major tournament is coming back.
Trust me,
I would have put my country first. I've seen players not making moves because making moves right now during this summer, because they want to play they want to be selected in the World Cup next season. In their current team, they're not maybe getting a better play time. So what's the motivation for these players? These are the major tournaments. Those are the motivation you need. So I think it was ill advised for the players who moved just before the tournament. But then again, for the ones who are there, they're the best in the country, and we wish them the best.
I mean, it's always inafungulianga mwingine. Akienda inafungulia mwingine opportunity, anakuja anakula vizuri. But of course, Arocho, titles. I know we have talked about the prize money, 1.3 billion Kenya shillings for the winner. I think it's an improvement from the previous editions.
Yes.
And looking, of course, into now some of the favorite teams, Congo DR, I'm a Congo doctor, Morocco, my second team. Morocco is my second team. And then, of course, Tunisia, Libya, Senegal. Arocho, prize money, is it something that really pulls teams to come play this tournament?
Yes, it motivates, it inspires teams to come. But before I respond to your question, I'd like to echo what Mutiso has said in terms of infrastructure. Yeah. This tournament is going to leave the football family in this country better off, because Kasarani was losing its value, but now it has been brought to the standards that we can appreciate. Nyayo, sure, the job was done in the previous refurbishing, but what is being done now is splendid. Look at the fact that Kasarani has two good pitches, outside pitches. That is the annex. Now we have two. So basically, even if the team doesn't play well, I'm not saying they're not going to perform well, even if we don't get what we desire as a country, yes, in terms of winning this tournament, but the infrastructure that will be left, for me, is even bigger. Because now, as a country, we are proud, and we can host any major football assignment. And it is just a warm-up, as I said earlier, for AFCON. It is a warm-up for AFCON, and I believe by the time we are doing AFCON in 2027, Talanta will be ready to host. But coming back to your question, money is everything. For me, okay, let me rephrase that statement. Money is not everything. Money is the only thing. So with money, it will bring the attention. Yes. The world is now watching what is happening in Africa, and specifically Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. So I'm seeing my country, Kenya, at least in the quarterfinals. In fact, I've booked my trip to Kampala for the quarterfinals.
Tayari.
I don't waste time.
but Katela, of course, yes, looking at the prize money, looking at the former teams, definitely that have won this particular competition, Kenya must be salivating at the opportunity of beating DR Congo, Zambia, my second team, Morocco, and Angola in Group A. We have an opportunity because all those teams don't know each other. These are fresh players who have never actually been on stage. So this is a good opportunity for Kenya actually to shine.
Yeah, you know, if you look at the Harambee Stars squad right now, we have some fresh blood, yes, in the national team, and them having these opportunity the first time to play in such a very big tournament, and they see the amount of rewards they are getting, trust me, these boys will do their best. And I believe at least in our group, Harambee Starlets, there's a cut that watapata hapa. There's something they'll get from here. Yeah, you see the team finishing BC, each considered 5 teams. Third place, there's something. And having this fresh blood, and they have these, they just want to show what they have. They know that we'll be having scouts. Everybody wants a better future, you know. So I think the boys will do their best, at least to have a cut in the prize money. And of course, push Harambee Stars. This exposure is very good for Kenya in the world of football. Itatupatia exposure ingine mwenda.
Of course, looking at being the very first time, I'm sure we are basically the underdogs, Innocent. We are underdogs in that group. We are. As country, as Kenya, we are underdogs. And I'm just using the example of Chelsea. In the FIFA Club World Cup, they were underdogs.
They're focusing on
Chan. Innocent,
it's Chan.
It's quite far-fetched comparing Chelsea.
You had to bring in Chelsea.
I wonder. And you already won the team, and we move on.
Innocent, you don't know
it's kind of absurd comparing Chelsea with Harambee Stars, because Chelsea...
Chelsea
are used to that level. They've won a couple of continental championships, but Harambee Stars has never won any continental championship. But this is a big platform for the boys to show what they have to offer. And again, the standards that this tournament is going to leave Kenya for pondering, like our pitches. Look at Ulinzi Complex, the way the playing surface is, Police Sacco, the Kasarani Annex together with the main stadium, and also Nyayo Stadium. So I'm sure the season coming for the KPL season, which is upcoming, I'm sure the playing surface will go a long way into displaying the talent that Kenya has to offer. And going into this tournament in our group, well, it's one of the hardest groups in this tournament compared to Tanzania and Uganda. We have Morocco, we have Angola, we have Zambia. We have Zambia also. And going to the first match, I wish we were playing Zambia, but then again, you see, DRC, they're a different ball game. When you look at their league and their top team, TP Mazembe, this is one of the richest clubs in Africa, and the bulk of the team contains the players who are in the national team. So they will give Kenya a run for their money, and I really hope winning the first match goes a long way to motivating us for getting points in the second match. So our display in the first match will go a long way to see where we are as a country, because we didn't go for the Four Nations tournament, of which it has some its pros and cons, but we are past that right now. So the team really looks motivated with the friendlies that they've been playing, albeit on a different level. But this first game, well, it will be a huge litmus test for Kenya.
Indeed. And of course, Arocho, on Monday during 90 Plus on TV and Radio 47, we talked about, I came with my vuvuzela, but due to security reasons, I didn't want to. I didn't want to be abducted with my vuvuzela. Some things here will definitely, in my own opinion, it does not represent the TV 47 and Radio 47. Itatoa ile utamu ya mpira Arocho. Vuvuzela. My good friend Ainea Mukaisi. Yani anakuanga tu pale ampige tu Isukuti. Sasa mtaka kuniambia Ainea will just go hata bebe ile atenda tu ameweka tu kwa mfuko. In fact hata hizi vaa shati yake yenye imeandikwa sengenge ni waya ama sijui ni nini. What is why is LOC? Why is Rabah and the LOC?
No. Basically, this is not from the LOC. In fact, not even the LOC understands the logic behind the fact that there are certain gadgets that you cannot have in the pitch. But basically what FIFA and CAF are trying to do is to safeguard the stadiums, because things like vuvuzela, it can be used to harm someone. You can hit someone with a vuvuzela. With the lack of a better word, I think what FIFA is trying to do is to safeguard our stadium, and that's why you're seeing, and for the viewers who are watching, there will be no moving with your vehicle into the stadium. Very few vehicles. are going to get into the stadium. All the vehicles, most of them, you'll have to alight. Even somebody who is using public transport, you'll alight at Safari Park and walk into the stadium. And you'll walk as per your ticket. The area that you're going to sit, this time round, all the seats at Nyayo and Kasarani have seat numbers. Yes. So basically, it's to safeguard the huge amount of funds expected in these stadiums.
Yes.
And in a way, I'd support FIFA and CAF.
Yeah.
Where many people converge, anything can happen. So a vuvuzela can be used, or any other, even a drum can be used. Sorry?
Especially here in Kenya.
But just to comment on Mutiso, I've wondered, for 30 minutes or so, Mutiso has talked on this show without mentioning Arsenal. To me, it's a very big surprise. Without bringing in Arsenal somewhere, surely. I saw this coming.
But of course, weighing into this, and of course, I know Arsenal don't do whistles and vuvuzelas. I mean, whistles. Where will whistles harm? I mean, siezi beba hata njugu niingie nayo kwa stadium. I'll be leaving it here. I cannot carry a flag to the stadium. Katela.
Yeah.
Hiyo hatuwezi mzee.
Kuna kitu tu honestly there's that culture in sports here, the way we see matches being played in our stadiums. If for example the Sofapaka Kitambo, they had the Sofapaka dancers, the drums are there, correct, the vuvuzelas are there. This thing motivates Kimimi. This thing motivates the player. When this example super sub, when he was getting into the field as a super sub, the whistle, the Mutiso is there. If he brings on Hatari, the motivation is there. At least it will be so boring just going to the stadium, no whistle, no vuvuzela, no carrying of bottles, but yet they'll be selling theirs inside, of which they allow. Because if it's about harming one another, at a chupa utupapia stadium.
No. Just before you bring in Mutiso, there'll be no bottles in that stadium. There'll be cans. Whatever you'll be served will be served in cans.
And do you know a can is even more dangerous? Because a can
is a can of plastic, aluminum.
No, it's not that. But I can't.
The paper like
it's called what? They are called what?
Because they would have just allowed vuvuzela and whistle. Firimbi Nation right now is.
I've seen what you've mentioned. You've brought in there these flags and political kind of information and messaging. They're trying to avoid issues in the stadiums. Okay. They're trying to avoid you having your flag and a Moroccan with his flag there. What they're trying to do is to make sure that there's peace and tranquility in our stadiums. Basically, that's what they're after.
Innocent, utamu ya ball ni kuambia ule mse wa Morocco, sisi ni wa Kenya.
All my enemies are suffering.
Ama sisi ni wa Arsenal na nyinyi ni wa Man U.
I really wish
as you almost wind up.
I really wish the federation had put up a place where you can buy all the merchandise for the Harambee Stars, especially the jerseys, so that everyone who enters the stadium they go there buy their subsidized jerseys, because currently they're so they're kind of expensive for your normal mwananchi. I think the federation should have done something like that, so that when you enter the stadium, you feel like a Kenyan, and you go there and you make your mark as fans, and you carry on the team until the last minute.
Yeah, indeed, of course. As we end up, Arocho, stadiums are in top notch. We have Kasaranis, we have all the playing surfaces. Ziko tayari, Katel, of course. Arocho, in 1 minute.
We are ready. We are ready. As
you had said, you are doing them.
As I said earlier, I've just attended a local organizing committee meeting where the Waziri Mheshimiwa Mvurya joined us just before we dispersed. But all is ready. Everything is ready. All we are urging Kenyans is that let's come out and watch these matches, not necessarily Harambee Stars matches only. Let's come, because it will be so embarrassing that when Zambia is playing Harambee Stars, the stadium are packed, but when Zambia is playing Morocco, imagine whenever we do football commentary and all that, we will, as commentator, we will point it out that this is a failed tournament when there are no fans. But when there are fans, it brings a certain atmosphere. The ambience in a stadium when fans are there is quite electric. So once again, to our fans, ni shilingi 200 tu, tupatane uwanjani.
Katela daka sekunde 30.
All the best to Harambee Stars. Sina mambo mengi.
Innocent.
All the best to Harambee Stars. I mean, they should not look at the side shows. They should concentrate and focus on the tournament because all the Kenyans are watching. I mean, the whole world is watching. They'll be on TV. There'll be VAR at Kasarani for the first time ever in Kenya. I'm so excited. I really wish that I would have played at least these surfaces. I don't know what the likes of Benson Omala were running away to Cambodia to sign for an unknown team instead of representing your national team in the chance so that you get a better opportunity. But all that has happened. All that has happened. I really wish I had seen him in this CHAN. And the coach, I'm sure he's a disappointed man because the team that he had acquired, he had looked forward to, his main team, his first team, it's depleted right now, and he had to add other players. But then again, they are Kenyans. We need to support them. They need to show that we deserve being in that slot that Benson Omala left. We need to be in that slot. Like Brian Shira should fill in the shoes of Mohamed Bajaber, whom the coach Benny McCarthy said he's not African quality. He should be playing somewhere in Europe. But then again, he's moved to our neighbors here at Simba in Tanzania. We wish them, the boys, all the best. We wish Benny McCarthy all the best. We are behind him, and we hope Kenya wins and gets out of the group stages.
Innocent Mutiso, 3-time champion. Katela Maisi, queen of the mic, sports, of course, journalist. Freda Rocho mwenyewe kabisa, our top football guru here at TV47. Thank you very much indeed to the entire team that, of course, behind our cameras, led our directors and our producer, Dan Kanamutua. Thank you very much. Every day, 1:30 to 2, Uhondo ni CHAN 2024. Tukabambe!